Today we're going to be tasting two gins from the Threefold distillery, the Aromatic Gin and the Mediterranean Gin. Hi, I'm Jo, this is Maximo, we are Tipples and Treats. Today we're on to the gin. So,
not one gin, but two gins.
Two gins. Why is this? Well, this is because the December 2021 Garden Street Gin Club had two gins in it. Amazing, yes. Hey? What a bargain.
And I think I know why. Because the first bottle, a 500ml bottle, was around about the $67 mark. And I think they like to spend around sort of the $80 mark for the gin.
Well,
so I think
there are other things in the box though.
Well, indeed. And
this is your speculation.
It is, but I think that they've sort of added the small 250ml bottle.
Maybe they're just amazing, generous folk.
Perhaps.
Anyway, let's not
speculate
get onto that. Let's get on to the tasting. So we have two gins. So this big bottle is the Aromatic Gin and the small bottle is the Mediterranean. So do you want to tell us a bit about it and then I'll...
While you open it up? Indeed.
Yes.
So we'll go for the aromatic first, I think. Now the aromatic contains 11, yes that's the one, 11 botanicals. It's a 500ml bottle and the cost is around about 65 Australian dollars.
Ooh. I can smell it already.
Oh, really? And the alcohol content is around 42% by volume. So that's it's not the highest in alcohol volume, but
it's a little bit higher. Some are just touch the 40, don't they?
So this has won gold at the London Spirits competition in 2021, as well as many silver medals in San Francisco, the International Wine and Spirits competition and the Australian Gin Award, so a gold and heaps of silver medals. So the tasting notes indicate there's a delicate piney freshness accompanied by a citrusy bouquet of grapefruit, orange and lemon. And what does the...
So on here it says grapefruit, rosemary and lavender. On the front. Maybe those are the primary botanicals with quite a few others. There's a touch of wattleseed and pepperberry and pinkberry. So there's a fair bit happening. It's quite... I taste the citrus.
You smell the citrus?
Yeah, I smell the citrus. Yeah, that's the first thing that hits me, I think.
It is. And juniper.
Yep.
It's quite aromatic, isn't it? Hence the name. It's quite
certainly when as soon as I opened the bottle, it sort of,
wafted over.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, certainly the orange and the citrus.
Yep.
Shall we give it a taste?
Yep. I can taste a bit of lavender there.
Lavender?
It's a little subtle.
I would say it's more than subtle. I think the lavender's quite strong.
Yeah, I don't...
Lavender and juniper, I think. Certainly the citrus.
Yeah.
It's not that spicy. It's quite sort of... It's aromatic yet delicate, isn't it?
There's a little bit of peppery at the end, I think.
A little bit?
Yeah.
It's quite a sweet start to the palate too, quite sweet.
Yep.
Sort of mellow, buttery, fruity. Very nice aftertaste.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
It doesn't really burn, it just keeps on developing and pleasing.
Yes. Yeah, very nice.
Shall we try it with just a little bit of ice?
Yeah. Maybe I poured out a little bit too much because we haven't got a second lot of glasses to put the other one into.
Oops.
We'll just rescue that one, shall we?
that's a very small piece of ice.
Thank you. Well, we'll have to either get new glasses or just down this with tonic.
Oh, well. We'll have to. It hasn't. The bit of ice hasn't cut down the nose at all. If anything, it's sort of accentuated. I think it's released some of the oils in the gin.
It's really developing on the side of the tongue.
It is. I didn't get that before. I think it's brought out a bit of the pepperiness.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit different, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, really interesting. Okay. Splash of tonic?
Splash of tonic.
Splash.
Now, I'll open, but I wouldn't even dare to pour yours, madame.
You know you say that every time.
I know, on fear of death. That's really a splash, isn't it?
You can do your own.
Thank you. Okay. The aroma's still there, isn't it?
I think I put a splash too much tonic in.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I think I've just
Overpowered the
I can still
taste
the elements, but it's quite diluted. Yeah, that will serve me right. I shouldn't have that second splash. I should have trusted my first instinct.
It's a very nice gin and tonic. Very nice.
It does.
It sort of kills the gin taste.
Yeah, I just like to be able to taste the gin. I don't really often drink a gin neat or with ice. I just like a splash of tonic and just sort of brings it all out. But I think drowning it in tonic, I don't see the point in drinking the gin really. I really like to taste the gin. Okay, fresh glasses magically appeared. Right, so we'll put this one aside and move on to this one.
So that's the Mediterranean gin.
Mediterranean gin.
And that's Threefold's second gin release. It's also won a gold medal at the 2021 London Spirits Competition and also a silver in San Francisco.
So the label says olive, lemon and thyme.
Indeed.
Interesting. I think they were actually the first people to think about having an olive flavoured gin, but then other people brought it out around the same time. That's what I read in the little booklet, I think.
So the tasting notes say that the botanical list features green olives, capers, basil, thyme, lemon, to name a few. So there's quite a few. Did you want me to have a go? There's quite a few botanicals happening here.
Is it because it's a small bottle?
Oh, something's happening here. So it's 250 ml. Oh, goodness. Oh, I need a drink after that. A 250 ml bottle, and it's 40 something percent, 43% alcohol. So it's slightly higher by 1% on the other gin. And the tasting notes say that it boasts salinity, juicy citrus, and herbaceous finish. So plenty of herbs. Let's give it a go, shall we?
So we haven't really said much about the distillery. So
No.
it's based in Adelaide and it's run by 3 friends.
Okay.
Hence the name.
3
Friends.
Threefold.
Threefold.
I see.
Yes.
There wasn't that much information available on the
should have asked
website.
me for the little booklet. That's got all the information.
From the Garden Street Gin Club.
Yes.
Indeed.
It comes with a little booklet.
So there's not much of that gin, so no, you're going to have to hide that away for special treats.
Hide it away from who?
I don't know, from yourself.
It's a very different smell.
It is. It's quite a sweet, citrusy. I think I can smell olives.
I'm not sure I can.
Yeah?
No. I was expecting it to taste like salty. Sorry, I was expecting it to smell salty, but maybe salt is not a smell. Salt is a taste.
Sweet, spice, I think olives.
I don't get the olive.
No, I'm a bigger olive eater than I think you are, given my Mediterranean roots.
I just think olive, like, salty. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, I can't wait for you to talk.
That's really nice. That's quite... it's almost savoury. I'd say that was sweet and savoury with mild spice and sort of a smooth, buttery sort of finish. There's a lot happening there, isn't there?
There's a lot
happening.
going on. I had that little sweet start on the tip of the tongue.
Yeah. That's sort of...
I don't even know what the rest was. That was like crazy.
Definitely olives. I can taste sort of olives, capers. I'm not sure about the herbs. It's sort of a little bit herby.
I can't really taste the olives.
You can't?
No. I was expecting it to be like cool and fresh. Oh, I don't know.
It is nice.
It's interesting,
It
yeah.
is.
Do you think we'll ever find a drink that we don't like?
I'm sure we will. I think it's just a matter of time, really.
I'm in the sun.
It is summer now in Australia.
It is summer.
And if you can hear, we have got the air conditioning on because it's
Bubbling away.
quite a hot day.
Okay. That sort of changes the profile a bit.
It does.
I know there's ice in it, but it's sort of like a bit cooler and
It is cooler.
refreshing and...
More mentholy, isn't it? Almost. I can still taste sort of the herbs and the olive in it, I think. Smell the juniper more.
There is something in there that I don't know what it is. I don't know what the taste is.
Thyme.
Maybe. Olives, capers,
basil,
thyme.
thyme.
Oh.
It's.
I'm not tasting the salinity, really.
I think it's there. It's very subtle. I think very subtle.
Honestly, it would have to be because he really wants a salty drink.
Indeed. Shall we
Yeah.
apply the tonic? No, I'm not going anywhere.
Very.
Oh, that's
a splash.
A splash
And
if ever
there's
I've
only
seen
a tiny
one.
bit of gin.
Hmm.
I'm not having full served here while we do these reviews.
Well, that could be a full serve.
It would take us a while to do the review if we were sat here like nattering over a full serve.
Perhaps. Excuse me. It's still quite pleasant on the nose, quite aromatic still.
So we are actually using the Mediterranean tonic water with it. So Mediterranean gin, Mediterranean tonic water.
That's
think it was a good mix?
That's a very nice combination, I think.
Yes, it's quite unusual.
It is quite unusual. It's sort of perhaps some of the bitterness of the tonic waters coming out, I think.
Yeah, I'll have to work on identifying what's in it. So when we are having our tipple of the odd evening, Maximo will quite often select a gin for me and get me to guess which one it is. So I've got a fairly good track record.
Fairly good.
So
we've got a few gins there that I can try and trick you on.
yes, I don't know how many is in our current collection. Probably 5 or so.
5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah, as long as they're clear, it's makes it a bit harder. If they've got a slight colour to them, it sort of gives it away a bit. But yeah, it's. I think I've said this before, but if you really are into your gins or your whiskies or anything else, and you really want to appreciate them for the quality, rather than just knocking it back for drinking's sake, it's really good to sort of feel all the flavours and really get to know them.
On the rocks.
Yeah, have a little sip if you don't.
Yeah.
If you don't like it neat, just have a little sip and see what it tastes like and see what comes out of it for you.
So out of the 2 gins, if you want to bring the first one, the aromatic back, out of the 2, which would you say was your most enjoyable?
I do have this glass here.
Do you? Why don't you give
Shall I do a side by side?
I think so.
This one did end up with a bit of tonic in it, didn't it?
It did.
It's actually funny. This one is definitely sweeter than this one when you taste them side by side.
This is a more bitter.
Yes, you actually, it sort of like refreshes your palate.
The first one?
This.
I might have to try some.
Taste that. And then taste this.
That is a sweeter.
Yes, you can almost taste
the olive.
The tinge of saltiness once you've had that in the comparison.
Is sweeter.
Yeah.
It is salty, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is salty and maybe.
It's really funny how the flavours play on your palate, because you taste it and your taste buds sort of get used to that taste.
They do.
But then if you change to something else and then change back, it sort of re-emphasises it, doesn't it?
I think the aromatic wins it for me. It's just a more. This is unusual.
It's definitely a bit more unusual.
Yeah, this is unusual. The
yes, it is.
The Mediterranean, but
there are a lot of sort of citrusy based gins around, and this is definitely more unusual.
Much more. Yeah. So for me, I think it's the aromatic.
Yeah, I mean.
What about you?
If you want something a bit more unusual, I would get this one.
Yeah.
It's not like crazy unusual where like ooh, I don't know about that. Still pleasant. But yeah, get out your comfort zone and try a different gin.
Give it a go.
So many to choose from.
So many.
So many.
So little time to try them all out. But hopefully you've liked this video. And if you have liked it, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we endeavour to get a new video out at least weekly, if not more often.
Sometimes more often.
Indeed.
So if you've got a gin that you want to suggest, please do let us know. I think the next box from Garden Street Gin, we might do another unboxing.
We might.
Because it's been a while since we did the unboxing. We tend to just sort of like open it up and squirrel away the other stuff and just put the gins out to taste. But yeah, they're great boxes. I just love the company.
Yeah.
I really
It's good value.
appreciate what they're doing. I appreciate their service. They're just like, if you make a comment on Facebook, they reply to it. Great work, guys. Love it.
Indeed. And on that note,
Cheers.
Cheers.